Dear students, welcome to a different game altogether. Gross and microscopy explained. I hope you are sure of the diagnosis with a couple of pictures on the screen. Iron deficiency anemia. The importance is given in the bracket over here, and it can be an essay question as well. Students are requested not to discard any one element. Slides can come as charts. Charts can come as university questions. University questions will be asked in viva versa. This is a beautiful spectrum of pictures that have been downloaded. I would like you people to kindly appreciate the thin hemoglobinization around each cell, leaving a large central pallor. One thing that strikes me is the pale nature of the RBCs. Also, when compared with the lymphocyte, the size is lesser. This we should have in mind. The rest of it we shall see in the forthcoming slides. Again, a nice picture. One thing that is striking is again the pallor of the smear. I am finding a large number of cells which are literally pale. Pale in the sense they have got lesser amount of hemoglobinization, greater amount of clear zone in the center. This is a classical example. This can be described as a pessary cell or a ring cell. Compare this with almost a normocyte or a macrocyte in this region. And this lymphocyte is pertinently given in this field so that you people can compare and find out. So the RBCs, as I told you earlier, you find that they are pale looking, microcytic, hypochromic, with moderate amount of anisopoikilocytosis. Anisocytosis will be the variation in the size. Look at this cell and this. This and this. There is a variation. And poikilocytosis is a variation in shape. This looks almost like a teardrop cell. This looks like an elliptocyte. And this looks like a ring cell. Whereas some are looking like perfect circles. So there is a variation in the shape as well. And all of them, when compared with the lymphocyte, are smaller in size. This is called an inbuilt control. Platelets are normal in number and unaffected. Rarely, when the iron deficiency anemia is due to parasitic infestation, we may see a few eosinophils. Otherwise, they are normal in total and differential count. So the impression is microcytic hypochromic anemia. And the first diagnosis that will come to us will be iron deficiency. But we shall see what the differential diagnosis is later on. This is again a beautiful slide, no difficulty at all. I am finding a plot of this ring or pessary cells, and there is a variation in the size of the cells. Some cells are having a bluish tinge. They are called as polychromatic cells. When a patient is having a severe iron deficiency and is being treated, the bone marrow responds by creating reticulocytes, and these appear like polychromatic cells. There are elongated cells. Here, for instance, teardrop cells and a few target cells. Again, compare with the lymphocyte, the inbuilt comparator. Diagnosis is straight on the face for your eyes only. The salient points in this condition are hypochromia, microcytosis, anisopoikilocytosis, MCV is low, MCH is reduced, MCHC is also reduced. Then there can be elongated cells, teardrop cells, ring cells, pessary cells, or the target cells. The differential diagnosis, as I mentioned earlier, can be beta thalassemia. Beta thalassemia will be having almost the same picture, but there will be a lot of normoblast because it is a hemolytic anemia. Sideroblastic anemia can be having this picture, but it has got a dimorphic population. It is one of the classical examples of a dimorphic anemia. Mention these differential diagnoses. See you in game 37.